University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, like something out of Edgar Allan Poe, the protracted torment of the quarter-final round is now over, and only the four best teams remain in the contest. They are St Edmund Hall, Oxford, and Darwin College, Cambridge, who'll be playing each other next time, and the universities of Durham and Edinburgh, who are fighting it out tonight for the first place in the final. The team from Durham University are here without having lost a match. The teams who've learned to tremble at their name are the University of Strathclyde and Keble College, Oxford, and they secured their place in the semi-finals at the expense of Glasgow University and the University of Edinburgh, who, of course, they meet again tonight. With an average age of 20 and an accumulated score of 895 from 4 matches, let's meet the Durham team again.
Hi, my name's Sean. I'm from the Wirral and I am studying English.
Hi, I'm Cameron. I'm from Harrow in northwest London and I'm also studying English.
This is their captain.
Hello, I'm Matthew. I'm from South Derbyshire and I'm studying maths.
Hi, I'm Ben from David in Cheshire and I'm studying for a PhD in chemistry.
Now, because the team from Edinburgh University are here, Sydney Sussex College, Cambridge aren't, and neither are University College London, those being Edinburgh's victims in rounds 1 and 2. In the quarter-finals, they inflicted defeats on the universities of Manchester and Bristol and are no doubt reminding themselves at this moment that in this competition a previous result is no indication of how a rematch will play out as they face Durham University again. With an average age of 23 and an accumulated score of 825 from 5 matches, let's say hello to the Edinburgh team again.
Hi, I'm Matt Booth. I'm from Bristol, and I'm studying for a PhD in mathematics.
Hello, my name is Marco Maruza. I come from Monfalcone. I'm a small town in northeastern Italy and I'm studying for a degree in economics and politics.
And this is their captain.
Hi, I'm Max Fitzjames. I'm from Burgundy in France, and I'm doing a PhD in cell biology.
Hello, I'm Robbie Campbell-Hewson. I'm from Edinburgh and I'm studying maths.
OK, fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. Commissioned to celebrate the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle and arranged mainly for wind instruments at the King's request, which suite in D major was first performed in...
Edinburgh Fitzjames.
The water music.
You lose 5 points. First performed in Green Park in London in April 1749. The concert took an unexpected turn after the misfiring of some pyrotechnics.
Darren Toynbee.
Music for the Royal Fireworks.
Correct, yes. Durham, your bonuses are on winners of the UNESCO Kalinga Prize for the popularisation of science. In each case, identify the individual from the description. Firstly, noted for both non-fiction and speculative fiction, which British author's short story, The Sentinel, was the basis for Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey?
Nominate Yule.
Arthur C. Clarke.
Correct. The recipient of the 1967 Kalinga Prize, which British astronomer was a leading proponent of the steady-state theory of the universe?
Patrick Moore, yeah.
Patrick Moore.
No, it's Fred Hoyle. And finally, which British broadcaster was awarded the Kalinga Prize in 1981, quote, for his numerous television programmes and documentaries on natural history intended for a wide public audience?
David Attenborough.
Correct. 10 points for this. Answering English or Latin, giving the short noun that links the title of an early treatise on probability by Christian Huygens, a much-quoted statement by Einstein mentioning the deity, and Julius Caesar's exclamation on crossing...
Edinburgh Fitzjames.
Dice.
Dice is correct, yes. You get 3 questions on the archaeologist Maria Gimbutas. Born in Lithuania in 1921, Gimbutas is noted for her research into the cultures of old Europe, a term she introduced for the societies that existed before the arrival of which peoples? The term in question is more usually applied to a language family.
Indo-European?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Indo-European.
That sounds good.
Indo-European?
Correct. Gimbutas identified the early history of the Indo-Europeans with what she termed the prehistoric Kurgan culture of Eastern Europe. What kind of structure does the Russian word Kurgan denote?
Like
Like a tent or something?
It's some kind of... Or is it a burial?
Like a
Might be a burial.
Could be.
You think it's
Like a
I don't
mound
know.
or...
a burial
Yeah, sure.
mound?
A burial mound?
Correct. Gimbutas saw old Europe as primarily peaceable, egalitarian and female-centred. From Greek words for man and power, what term did she use to describe the warrior societies that replaced these cultures?
Andrew for man, right? And man.
Andrarchy.
Andrarchy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Andrarchy?
No, it's androcratic or androcracy. So 10 points for this starter question. Going against the critical opinion of the time, of which of Shakespeare's characters did William Hazlitt say, "He is a good hater. There is a deep sense of justice mixed up with the bitterness of his resentment"?
Edinburgh Booth.
Shylock.
Shylock is right, yes. Your bonuses are on geometry, Edinburgh. The Schlafly symbol, PQ in curly brackets, denotes a polyhedron whose faces are regular polygons with P edges, such that each vertex joins Q faces. For example, a cube has a Schlafly symbol 4-3, as each vertex adjoins 3 squares. Using the same notation, what is the Schlafly symbol for the tetrahedron?
So every vertex has 3 triangles, so it's 3-3. 3-3. Yeah?
3-3.
Correct. Which of the Platonic solids has the Schlafly symbol 3-4?
So it has to be
So
the
3 sides, but it touches 4, so...
4 triangles join every
What about
thing.
that?
So
That's
is that like a
triangle.
hedron?
It's the one which is like a pyramid on top of
Yeah.
a pyramid.
Octahedron.
The one
That's
with
an
eight
octahedron,
faces,
yeah.
isn't it?
That's an octahedron.
Isn't that?
Yeah,
Each
yeah.
one's got
Octahedron.
Correct. Finally, which Platonic solid has the Schlafly symbol 5-3?
So that is an icosahedron, right? Yeah.
Icosahedron.
No, it's a dodecahedron. Right, we're going to take a picture round. For your picture starter, you'll see a graph representing the performance of the United States S&P 500 equity market since 1880. For 10 points, I want you to give me the name commonly given to the period that occurred over figure A.
Durham Yule.
Great Depression.
It is the Great Depression, yes. Your picture bonuses are 3 more events marked on that graph showing the rise and fall in the price-to-earnings ratio of the US S&P 500 developed by the economist Robert Shiller. You can have 5 points for each one you can name. Firstly, I want the 2-word term commonly used to describe the event at figure B.
Is it 80s now,
It's late 80s.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the event though?
I don't know.
Is it Black Tuesday? Or is that
Come on.
That's nice. I don't know.
Pass. Sorry.
It's Black Monday. Secondly, what present-day institution was founded as a consequence of the panic shown at figure C?
It's around 19.
Is it like Federal Reserve or something?
The Federal Reserve.
Correct. And finally, I want the 2-word term commonly given to the period across figure D.
That's the
Dot-com bubble.
is it the dot-com bubble or dot-com boom?
Dot-com boom.
I think that's what I've heard more
Yeah,
of.
go with that.
Dot-com boom.
It is the dot-com bubble, yes. Right, 10 points for this. What specific single-word term links in education a philosophy pioneered by Jean Piaget, which frames learning as an active process of building understanding, and in art and architecture, a movement that emerged in Russia in the 1910s and argued that art should be directly...
Edinburgh Booth.
Primitivism.
No, you lose 5 points. Should be directly reflective of the modern industrial world.
Durham Toynbee.
Development.
No, it's constructivism. 10 points for this. The passage of the lines of Ne plus ultra, the siege of Lille, and the Battle of Oudenarde are among the victories of which military commander?
Durham Toynbee.
Marlborough.
Marlborough is correct. John Churchill. Your bonuses are on Chinese provinces and their capitals. In each case, the answer is a short place name element. For example, Shang or Hai. You may spell your answer if you're unsure of the pronunciation. Meaning river, what place name element links the 2 provinces whose capitals are Nanjing and Hangzhou?
Yangtze is a river, but Zedi perhaps?
Just trust.
Zedi.
No, it's Jiang. Meaning lake, what place name element links the provinces whose capitals are Changsha and Wuhan?
Yeah, it's south, but it's not Canton. It's, to be honest, I don't really know. Hunan. So N-A-N? Yeah. N-A-N?
No, it's who. Meaning peace. What place name elements links the province whose capital is Hefei with the provincial capital that is home to the Terracotta Army?
So the Terracotta Army is in Xi'an, isn't it? Which is in Shanzhou, something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
That's not the province, is it? Xi'an's not a province, it's a city.
Any...
Could be like Zoo. I don't know.
I don't know. Shall I just pass? Or...
No, just try it.
Is it XIA? Do you want
Try that.
XIA?
No, it's A-N, Anne. 10 points for this. Of Greek derivation, what six-letter prefix may come before pomp, drama, history, linguistics, metric, tropic, babble and therapy? In a colloquial sense...
Durham Toynbee.
Psycho.
Psycho is correct. You get 3 bonuses on chairs, Durham. A chair is a very difficult object. A skyscraper is almost easier. Which German-born architect said that in 1957? His own notable designs include the Barcelona chair of 1929, a collaboration with Lily Reich.
What's his name? Van der Rohe's German, isn't he? I don't know.
You, Sean. I'll nominate you. Nominate round.
Is it Van der Rohe?
It is Mies van der Rohe, yes. Secondly, a lounge chair in plywood and black leather and a moulded fiberglass armchair on an Eiffel Tower base are among the enduring designs of which husband and wife team? They worked in Los Angeles in the mid-20th century.
Could be. I'm trying to think of husband and wife teams, like the Delaunys.
Yeah, okay.
The Delaunys.
No, they're Charles and Ray Eames. And finally, comprising a rectilinear black frame and panels of primary colours, Gerrit Rietville's red and blue chair of 1923 is a notable work from which movement in art and design?
1923. What movements are going on around?
Surrealism.
It's the beginning of the Bauhaus, but...
Yeah, you could try
Bauhaus?
No, it's neoplasticism. 10 points for this. Born 1698, which Scottish mathematician published an extension of the work of Newton in his 1742 Treatise of Fluxions? It includes a special case of the Taylor series.
Edinburgh Campbell Hewson.
Maclaurin.
Maclaurin is correct, yes. These bonuses are on swans, Edinburgh. What is the common name of the smallest species of swan to visit Europe? They breed on the Russian tundra and are named after the English engraver and author of the 1797 book, The History of British Birds.
Buick swan.
Buick swans is correct. Mainly winter visitors to the UK, which species has the binomial Cygnus cygnus? It has a black bill with a triangular patch of yellow and a characteristic trumpeting call.
What do you say?
It's a changeable swan, so
Yeah.
I guess it's just
It could be a mute swan. It could be...
I think it might be a mute swan.
I don't know. A mute swan.
No, they're hooper swans. And finally, with the binomial Cygnus olor, and once prized as a dish to be served at a banquet, which large birds can produce a loud hissing noise when provoked?
Sounds like a goose.
But no, that's
The
not Cygnus.
geese aren't swans.
Mute swan. I can try mute again. Mute swan.
They are mute swans, yes. Right, begin to take a music round. You're going to hear a piece of classical music. 10 points if you can give me the name of the composer.
Edinburgh Fitzjames.
Tchaikovsky.
Tchaikovsky is correct. That was part of the 1812 overture, which you recognise. It quotes La Marseillaise, as you know, to symbolise Russia's victory over the French invaders. Your music bonuses are 3 classical works that, this time, quote the melody of well-known works by other composers. In each case, I want the name of the composer you can hear and the composer whose work is being quoted. Firstly...
That's Rossini.
Yes.
So who's the
It's quite
actual composer of this film?
Sounds kind of Russian.
It does sound Russian.
Shostakovich, yeah. Rossini and Shostakovich.
That's correct, yes. Rossini was the one being quoted, of course. Right, secondly, the composer of this ballet and the composer quoted during the excerpt. The choreography was inspired by the ballet composer's native country.
Isn't that? Which is the Fifth Symphony.
Is it
Beethoven.
Beethoven? Could be Prokofiev.
That's not that. Yeah.
No, who's doing ballet? Beethoven, Prokofiev. Beethoven and Prokofiev.
No, it's Manuel de Falla and Beethoven. You identified his Fifth Symphony, of course, but you forgot to get you didn't get the Spanish composer. Right. Finally.
Oh, I know this. This is
That's a can.
yeah, it's Sanson and
Offenbach.
Sanson and Offenbach.
That's correct, yes, that gives you the lead. Well done. 10 points for this. A poem by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow describes which major literary figure as an old man in a lodge within a park and the poet of the dawn. Longfellow also writes that, quote, as I read, I hear the crowing cock. I hear the note...
Durham Mule.
Walt Whitman.
No, you lose 5 points. I hear the note of lark and linnet.
Edinburgh Fitzjames.
Keats.
No, it's Chaucer. 10 points for this. What two-word Latin phrase is used for the traditional route leading to Mount Calvary that's marked by the Stations of the Cross? Its name means...
Edinburgh Campbell Hewson.
Via Dolorosa.
Correct. You get 3 bonuses on literary criticism, Edinburgh. Published in 1970, SZ is a critical work by which literary theorist? It demonstrates both structuralist and post-structuralist approaches through an analysis of a single short story by Balzac.
Roland Barthes.
Roland Barthes is correct. Named in its title, which branch of political theory is the subject of Terry Eagleton's short monograph of 1976, which discusses its application in literary criticism?
Terry Eagleton's a Marxist.
Right. So
Marxism, I think.
what's okay? Is it Marxist? Is
He's a
more
branch of
name?
political theory.
He's a Marxist.
Okay. Marxism.
Correct.
Nice.
In 1979, Sandra Gilbert and Susan Gubar published The Mad Woman in the Attic, their influential survey of gender in 19th century literature. To which novel of 1847 does their title refer?
Yeah.
Is it Jane Eyre? Mrs. Rochester?
Yes.
The first
It's
Mrs. Rochester?
Jane Eyre.
Yes, yeah, okay.
Jane Eyre.
Jane Eyre is correct, yes. 10 points for this. Answer as soon as your name is called. Neglecting end corrections for stationary sound waves in a straight half-closed pipe, what is the ratio of the first overtone frequency to that of the fundamental?
Edinburgh Booth.
2.
Anyone like to buzz from Durham?
Durham Murray.
Half.
No, it's 3 to 1. 10 points for this. Sharing its name with the present-day country, which kingdom was said in the New Testament to have been ruled according to custom by a woman who bore the title Candace? Its capital is now thought to have been Meroe, now in Sudan.
Durham Murray.
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on eponymous laws in electrostatics. Gauss's law states that the integral of an electric field over a closed surface in a vacuum is equal to the total charge enclosed, divided by what quantity?
Permittivity of free space.
Okay. Permittivity of free space.
That's correct, yes. The divergence theorem can turn Gauss's law into a second-order inhomogeneous differential equation for potential, named after which French mathematician?
I guess Poisson's equation.
Poisson is correct. According to Coulomb's law, if the separation of 2 point charges is increased tenfold, by what factor does the force between them come smaller?
100.
100 is correct. 10 points for this. Born in London in 1903, which art historian's works include the Gothic Revival, Landscape into Art, and the Nude? His 5-letter surname is spelled by the symbols of element...
Edinburgh Campbell Hewson.
Clark.
Clark is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on Welsh orthography. In each case, Edinburgh, I need the digraph or 2-letter combination that represents the following sounds in standard Welsh spelling. Firstly, in the Welsh alphabet, which 2 letters represent the sound known phonetically as a voiceless labiodental fricative?
Isn't it
So there's
TH?
double L, there's double D. What if there's
Yeah.
four double
Voiceless.
letters?
Oh, I think that's double D.
You think it's double D?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Double D?
No, it's double F. Which two letters represent the voiced dental fricative?
That's double D.
That's
That's double F. Double D.
That is correct. Which two letters represent the voiceless alveolar lateral fricative?
Is that double L?
I think that's the, yeah.
Yeah,
Double L.
Double L is correct. Right, we're going to take a second picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see a photograph of a 20th century figure. 10 points if you can identify them.
Edinburgh Fitzjames.
Rosa Parks.
No, anyone like to buzz from Durham?
Durham Yule.
Aung San Suu Kyi.
No, it's not. It's Corazon Aquino. So we'll take the picture bonuses in a moment or two. We're going to take a starter question in the meantime. What two final digits link the years of the death of Attila the Hun, the traditional foundation of Rome, the Ottoman capture of Constantinople?
Durham Yule.
53, or 5 and 3.
5 and 3 is correct, yes. You'll recall a moment ago you saw and failed to identify a picture of Corazon Aquino, who became president of the Philippines in 1986. Her son did so in 2010. Your bonuses will show you 3 more national heads of government whose children would also assume the same office. In each case, I'd like you to identify both, please. Firstly,
Yeah, so what's the access? What's his child?
Also Nehru, but I don't know the name.
Indira Gandhi was his
Oh, yes.
Nehru and Indira Gandhi.
correct. Secondly,
Sri Lanka, I don't know the name.
Do you know anything? No. Pass, sorry.
that's Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, whose daughter Benazir Bhutto also became Prime Minister of Pakistan. Finally, here I need the shared surname and both given names.
Who's that? Who it is? No. Sorry, we don't know.
That's Pierre Trudeau and Justin Trudeau. 10 points for this. What 5-letter name connects the folk artist whose works include Sugaring Off and Apple Butter Making, the athlete who was undefeated in 400-metre hurdle races for almost 10 years, and a screen role of Charlton Heston?
Edinburgh Fitzjames.
Moses?
Moses is correct, yes. You get 3 questions on writing on slavery. Name each novel from the description. Firstly, for 5 points, Toni Morrison's 1987 Pulitzer Prize-winning novel based on the true story of a runaway slave who killed her young daughter rather than subject her to a life of slavery.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Beloved. Beloved.
Correct. Secondly, published in 2016, a novel by C.E. Morgan, ostensibly about horse racing, although other themes include Darwinism, American healthcare, and the enduring legacy of slavery.
I do not know.
No, I don't know.
It's not the Underground Railroad.
Right.
The Underground Railroad.
No, it's The Sport of Kings. Finally, published serially in 1851 and 52, a novel subtitled Life Among the Lowly.
Yeah, Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Yeah.
Uncle Tom's Cabin?
Correct. We're going to take another starter question. Listen carefully. Consider the 2 letters that are represented in Morse code by a single mark or signal. Those letters together form the symbol of which chemical element?
Edinburgh Maluzan.
Gold?
Nope. Anyone like to buzz?
Durham Murray.
From Durham?
Arsenic.
No, it's tellurium, T&E. 10 points for this. Which composer included significant vocal parts in 4 of the 9 symphonies he completed before his death?
Durham Yule.
Mahler.
Mahler is correct. Your bonuses are on molecular biology. In each case, give the 2-word name of the bacteria from which the following thermostable polymerases were first isolated. Firstly, TLI polymerase.
Pass.
That's Thermococcus literalis. And secondly, PFU polymerase.
Pass again.
That's Pyrococcus furiosus. And finally, TAC. That's TAQ polymerase.
Pass, sorry.
Thermus aquaticus, that was. 10 points for this. Literally meaning here begins. What Latin term is used to indicate the opening words or lines of a written work?
Edinburgh Fitzjames.
Incipit.
Incipit is correct. Your bonuses are on 20th century wars of independence as depicted in film. Firstly, the First Indochina War provides the setting for which 2002 film based on a novel by Graham Greene?
Would I be 7 years into
China.
Would I be 7 years into that?
Come on.
Try it, yeah.
The Killing Fields?
No, it's The Quiet American, which 1966 film by Gillo Pontecorvo depicts the campaign of urban guerrilla warfare waged in North Africa by the National Liberation Front.
The Battle of Algiers?
Correct. The Irish War of Independence and the Irish Civil War are depicted in which Ken Loach film of 2006?
The Wind That Shakes the Barley.
The Wind That Shakes the Barley?
Correct. What specific geometrical shape is traced out by an electron moving with non-zero x, y and z velocity components in a homogeneous magnetic field?
Dara Murray.
Circle.
No, anyone like to buzz from Edinburgh?
Edinburgh Fitzjames.
Ellipse?
No, it's a helix. 10 points for this. Close to the Firth of Forth, which royal borough in Fife was the birthplace of Charles I and Andrew Carnegie, and is the...
Edinburgh Campbell Hewson.
Dunfermline.
Dunfermline is right. 3 questions on the French playwright Jean Racine for your bonuses. Racine's 1672 tragedy Bajazet is set in which empire earlier in the same century? The character of Amurath is based on Murad IV.
Murad IV is Ottoman.
Yeah.
Ottoman Empire.
Correct. Racine is noted for his use of what verse form characterised by lines of 12 syllables? It's named after an old French epic that used the same metre.
Alexandrine.
Correct. Racine's classical tragedy Phaedra, first performed in 1677, is based on Seneca's Phaedra and Hippolytus by which Greek playwright?
Okay. I think it's either Sophocles or Euripides.
Is this Seneca?
No, I think it's...
Come on.
Euripides?
It is Euripides, yes. 10 points for this. In 1970, who became the first US recipient of the Nobel Prize for Economics? His publications include a standard work often cited as the best-selling economics textbook of all time.
Edinburgh Campbell Hewson.
John Kenneth Galbraith.
No? Anyone like to buzz from Durham?
Dara
Quickly.
Mule.
Milton Friedman.
No, it's Paul Samuelson. 10 points for this. Answer in French or Catalan, giving any one of the numbers between 2 and 20 that have an identical spelling in both languages.
Dara Murray.
3. Trez.
No. It's 4, 11 and 15. Well, bad luck, Durham. You started well, but you were overtaken and rather left behind. I think you seemed to go a bit quiet.
Yeah.
A bit of a reversal of your last encounter, but thank you very much for joining us. We shall have to say goodbye to you, but it was a worthy semi-final, I thought. And Edinburgh, many congratulations to you. We shall look forward to seeing you in the final. Well done. I hope you can join us next time for the second semi-final, but until then, it's goodbye from Durham University.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Edinburgh University.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.